What's up, you guys? Welcome back into iHeartRadio's official wrestling podcast, the Battleground Podcast. It is Battle from 105.9 The Rock, Nashville's classic rock. And this Friday, some big stuff is happening. OVW is taking over Marathon Music Works, and we've got the man behind the brand, the man that makes it all happen. Al Snow joins the show. Al, sir, it is an honor to have you back on the show. How are you?
I am doing great. If I were doing any better, I'd be jealous of myself.
So let's kind of talk about this. I mean, you're taking OVW on the road because for some people that didn't see the wrestlers, you were just kind of right there in Louisville, and then you started kind of slowly taking it on the road, and now you're taking it on this national tour. Talk me
Yes.
through all this.
Well, we got a national sponsor in Danos, and Danos wanted to partner with us and enable us to take take it out and take it on the road and take it across the country to different areas than more than just Kentucky, more than just a regional promotion to really, uh, to a degree, become a national promotion. And we accepted that challenge. And, the Nashville's the very first stop on that national tour.
Absolutely. And of course, you're able to grab tickets right now. They are still available. All you have to do is go online to marathonmusicworks.com. Right there on the homepage, you will see the OVW National Tour. And speaking of OVW, I mean, the company has produced numerous wrestling stars who went on to success in major promotions. And of course, all the people that are there now have been seen on TV, WWE, AEW, NWA. The list goes on and on and on. What do
Right.
you believe sets OVW's training program apart from others?
I would think that's me. Um, um, I just, we really have a very high standard. We were referred to as the Harvard of professional wrestling. And quite honestly, out of all of the wrestling schools in the world, we're the only one that is actually certified by the State Office of Proprietary Education as a trade school. Um, no one else has that designation. So, we are very proud of that. And, we're working very hard to get accredited as an actual educational um, institution. And once we get that accreditation, then we'll be eligible, to utilize student loans, FAFSA, uh, you know, every type of student financing so that it will enable young men and women to be able to attend and train and learn the skills that they need to learn to pursue an opportunity within the vocation of professional wrestling. So,
Right. And I remember last time we talked to you, you had mentioned about this, and it's not just you, what you're doing there is not just, hey, you're stepping into the ring and wrestling. You're
no,
teaching everything from lights, production, commentary, backstage, all that stuff, correct?
yeah. We even have one of the former professional wrestlers, Simon Dean. He's now in Louisville as a vice president of Fifth Third Bank. He comes in, teaches right now, presently in this quarter, he's teaching a personal financial management class. We have, social media management. We have lighting, sound, uh, camera operation, um, editing. Um, we have so many classes that pertain to sports entertainment and professional wrestling, not just inside the ring, but outside of the ring as well. It's a
Mhm.
year-long course. There are 4 quarters, and you learn every aspect of the wrestling business. It's not like a boxing gym or an MMA gym. It is quite honestly an educational institution.
Right, for sure. And I guess when they graduate, they have to take a chop from you, correct? Is that how they get their diploma?
Maybe from cash flow, they would take it more of a chop from him. Yeah, that
I
was
can
good.
see that. Oh god, I've seen videos of cash flow giving people chops, and I'm like,
Oh,
nah, I'll just stand back and I'll just watch everybody be dumb and
yeah,
get those
yeah,
chops. I've seen those
yeah,
before. Don't need them. So,
yeah.
a lot of people know you have a very storied career in wrestling, both in the ring and behind the scenes. How do you see the landscape of professional wrestling evolving, especially in terms of talent development and promotion dynamics?
It's very interesting. We're at a great opportunistic time in professional wrestling. There's a lot of attention, um, mainstream wise and television wise to wrestling. And it, I really think, we have a chance to grow the business further and expand the audience. But we really need to adhere to um, victims of the old school mentality of
Mhm.
identifying that we still sell who the performer is and why the performer is in the ring. Um, you know, Too many people these days try to sell what the performer does and not as opposed to who and why. And really, even every other traditional sports entertainment has copied professional wrestling in that model of trying to sell who the athlete is and really why they're on the field or they're in the ring. Um, Pursuing that, that competition.
Right. And you mentioned, telling the story and getting people involved outside of the ring. And recently, somebody who you have a lot of history with, and I was watching this with AEW Dynamite or Dynasty, Chris Jericho was out there wrestling, still going at his age, right?
Yeah,
But yet
yeah, yeah.
the fans were not behind him. They booed him. They told him to get out of there. I mean, everybody was just not a fan of Chris Jericho during that match. Why do you think some audiences reacted negatively to him, like despite his undeniable talent and charisma?
Well, I think it's circumstantial. That's what, it's no different than in actual sporting events. There's always one team or one player that you're going to rally with and want to see win, and there are those that you're going to rally against and want to see lose. And if you're adept, as Chris Jericho is, he's going to take advantage of that. He's going to capitalize on that. He's going to embrace it. He's not going to fight against it. He's not going to rail against it, and he's going to use it to, be able to capitalize on it and be able to monetize it.
Absolutely. And of course, speaking of monetizing, we're all about trying to make some money here. Of course,
Oh
OVW is
yeah,
is coming to Nashville again this Friday night at
yes,
Marathon Music Works. Is
so
this going to
excited.
be I might have not seen this, I might have. Is this going to be stuff that's going to be pre-taped that we're going to be able to watch on the weekly show, or is this going to be something that's like a
No, it's
difference?
no, it's completely a live event. It is completely 100% totally for Nashville and the Marathon Music Hall. That's it. It will not be televised. It will not be seen anywhere else. If you want to see it, you have to buy a ticket. You have to attend. And I got to tell you, and I'm not saying this quite honestly because I've been a professional wrestler for 41 years. Each and every time I've ever sat, had the opportunity, which quite honestly is very rare, but um, sat in an audience at a wrestling event, I've always been so blown away by just how incredibly the the experience is. I mean,
Mhm.
it's a rock show, it's a sporting event, it's a soap opera, it's a fireworks show. I mean, everything you could imagine all wrapped into one. And you, the audience, are as much a part of the show as the performers themselves.
Absolutely. And of course, you're going to be able to see a lot of the people that you saw on Netflix's The Wrestlers and grab your tickets, marathonmusicworks.com. And let me tell you, I've seen a couple of wrestling shows in Marathon Music Works. You picked a hell of a venue to have a wrestling show because that venue is perfect for a wrestling show.
Yeah,
And I wish more people would do stuff out of there.
yeah, we're
But
very excited to have the opportunity to be there,
it's
and
abs-
I'll be there myself.
are,
So
do we have a little bit of maybe a chance to see Al get back in the ring? I know we saw it in the Netflix documentary.
yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see what happens on Friday night. You never know. I might pop in there. Who knows?
Hey,
So
we'll leave the suspense. That just means you have to buy your ticket to OVW's national tour that's coming through Marathon Music Works this Friday. And a lot of people have now set their eyes on OVW thanks to Wrestlers on Netflix, which provided,
absolutely.
a unique behind the scenes look into the lives of independent wrestlers. How do you think this series impacted the perception of wrestling among mainstream audiences?
Well, I hope that it was very positive. I hope that if you were a wrestling fan, I hope it simply deepened and opened up more of an appreciation and a respect for what you enjoy. And if you were not a wrestling fan, I hope it captured your attention and maybe your interest and possibly, maybe, um, helped you to have a gateway and a foot in the door to where you now can enjoy the art form of physical storytelling within the context of a competitive situation, which is what wrestling really is.
Mhm. And I gotta say, the whole docu series was done tremendously, very, very well. It gives you the inside of
Great.
everybody that gave up their house, their family life, this, that, and the other to pursue this dream of professional wrestling. And you get to that
Yeah.
very last episode, and you see it, come to fruition. Everybody gets their flowers, and that was that happy ending that you were hoping for at the end of the docu
Absolutely.
series, not the what's gonna happen. Stay tuned for season two.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that one, it's definitely a testament to Greg Whiteley, the director, and all of the very incredibly talented crew that worked on the show, that they were able to capture that. And two, whether you like wrestling or you don't, at the end of the day, when you were a kid, you were growing up, there was this idealistic fantasy that you wanted to be a rock star, or you wanted to be a race car driver, a fireman, policeman, a baseball player, a football player. You wanted to be something, and now you get to watch these people deal with the reality of what it takes to pursue their dream. And that ultimately is relatable to anyone and everyone, whether you like wrestling or not. It has nothing to do. Wrestling's just a backdrop. It's
Mhm.
really it encapsulates people that are willing to take the risk and pursue their dreams. And that when they were growing up, they wanted to be a superhero. Well, these people are doing what it takes to make that happen.
Yeah, for sure. And, something that I think a lot of wrestling fans, including myself, want to know if it's going to happen. Will there be a second season of Wrestlers on Netflix? And if so, I mean, what kind of new aspects of the wrestling world would you like to explore with that season?
Well, we're keeping our fingers and our testicles crossed, um, um, and ovaries. I don't want to be, sexist. Um, but we're Netflix has the right of first refusal. We still haven't heard a yes or no. Um, we're waiting uh, to see what the fate of season two is, and other aspects. I think there are so many other aspects as far as personalities, as far as as far as OVW, we have so many national and international um, talent that are coming from literally all over the world. We've had talent from Qatar, we've had talent from Scotland, talent from England, and Shira was a talent from India, so he's not our only international talent. So, to find such a diverse talent roster and to see how they culturally intermingle and how they uh, I guess interact and then yet still universally pursue their dream. It's very interesting. So we've got a lot of different things to still explore.
Absolutely, for sure. And speaking of, kind of exploring and interacting and trying to get things settled, I do know that somebody within your organization apparently is the wrestling world heavyweight radio champion. So I think that there needs to be,
Yeah,
a battle of the belts because we've got ours behind us.
possibly.
Shannon the
Yeah,
dude has
yeah.
his. I think we need to
I'm I
unify
would
these.
Tim, I would be more than happy to put that match together with you and Shannon, dude, and then let the chips fall where they may. You know what I mean? I think that would be a very interesting contest for sure. You know, Considering that, I would imagine, knowing you and your accolades and your experience, I'm sure you have earned that title. Where I think I'm going to go out on a limb. I think Shannon probably not going to stay in a disparaging way, but maybe purchased it. I don't know.
Maybe. I,
So
I mean,
maybe,
maybe we'll see how it feels if you like hold it in your hands. If it just kind of falls over, we think we bought it online somewhere off of eBay. I think.
possibly,
I think we can
possibly,
make this match
or
happen.
on
That would be,
Wish.
or Wish. Yes,
Yeah,
I think that's the
or
case.
even Timu, even Timu.
Oh, Timu's probably where he got it from because that's where they
Yeah,
hack your identity, or the TikTok shop because that's the big thing now.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's where he
Could
got it
possibly
from.
take
So
that there.
So we're gonna have you make this match official. Me versus Shannon the Dude. My title versus his title. Unify it to decide who is going to be the real radio
Yeah,
champion.
the Universal Radio Champion.
I'll take that challenge on any day. Well, Al, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know that you are very, very busy. So real quick before we let you jump off here, I know OVW is coming to take over Nashville on Friday. Is there anything you want to say to people that are watching or listening right now?
Please come out. Please attend. Please come to the Marathon Music Hall this Friday night. We would love to see you. I can't tell you how much I deeply appreciate each and every one of you that are wrestling fans and how much the fans, are what make us what we are. And again, I'm so grateful and so appreciative and so thankful for each and every one of you. And I hope that I see you all there this Friday night.